What's behind you? Nothing but ashes. The remnants of a version of you that couldn't carry the weight. You think there's power in looking back? There isn't. The past isn't a guide. It's a prison. A place where what-ifs and could-have-beens chain you down, locking you in the dark. Look back for what? To see the scars? To feel the pain again every time you glance over your shoulder, you lose a moment, a breath, a heartbeat you'll never get back. The world isn't waiting for you to piece yourself together. It's ruthless, relentless, and it doesn't care if you're broken. It will move on, leaving you behind while you clutch the fragments of a life you've already outgrown. You owe yourself more than this. You owe yourself the chance to rise, to prove that the scars aren't chains. They're armor. Every cut, every betrayal, every failure was a lesson paid in blood. And you've paid enough. They'll tell you to forgive and forget. That's what healing looks like, right? Wrong. Forgiveness is for the weak, and forgetting. That's the lie they sell you to soften your edge. You don't need to forget. You don't need to forgive. You need to remember. Remember the darkness they left you in. The doubt they sowed in your heart. The times they made you question your worth. But not to dwell on it. No. You remember so you never let it happen again. Forward. That's the only direction. Momentum is your salvation. Hesitation is your enemy. You don't need a plan, a map, or their approval. You need resolve. You need to turn the fire in your chest into fuel that keeps you moving. Look back for what? To see the people who doubted you. To hear the echoes of their laughter, their sneers. They don't matter. They never did. Their opinions, their judgments. Nothing but noise. You're not who you were. That person is gone, burned to the ground because they were too soft, too trusting. The world doesn't reward the soft-hearted. It crushes them. You learned that the hard way. Every time you look back, you waste energy on a past that doesn't deserve you. Regret? It's a chain dragging you into quicksand. The harder you fight it, the deeper you sink. Let it go. Cut it loose. You're not here to repair the past. You're here to crush the future. They'll say you've changed. Good. They'll say you've become cold, distant, heartless. Even better, let them. They don't know what it cost you to get here. The sacrifices you made, the nights you spent staring into the void. They don't need to know. The only validation you need is your own. You don't look for approval from faces in the crowd. You look in the mirror, and even then the person staring back at you isn't your friend. They're your toughest critic, the one who knows every weakness, every failure, and that's how it should be. Look forward. The path is steep, the air thin, but that's where you belong. Struggling, climbing, fighting. The comfort you left behind, it was a lie. Safety is for the weak. You're here to carve your way through the chaos. You've walked through fire before, haven't you? You've drowned in the weight of your regrets and clawed your way back to the surface. That's why you're still here, because you refuse to stay down. So what's it going to be? Do you keep looking back at the ashes, or do you rise? Do you keep replaying the old stories, or do you write something new? The past is a trap, a distraction. It wants to keep you there, in the comfort of the familiar. Don't fall for it. The future doesn't care about your past. It doesn't care about your scars. It doesn't care about your excuses. The future cares about one thing, whether you're strong enough to take it. Eyes forward. The past is dead weight. Leave it behind. Burn it if you have to. There's nothing there for you anymore. You're here to build something new, something wild, something untouchable. Look back for what? To find closure. You don't need closure. You need chaos, because that's where your power is forged. You've outgrown the person you used to be, and now it's time to prove it. Every step forward is a step away from everything and everyone who ever doubted you. They can't follow where you're going. They're too small, too scared, too comfortable in the shadows you've left behind. Eyes forward. The storm is coming, but you're not afraid of storms anymore. You are the storm.